Trained.
But yeah, again, we get to see the cow. It's, again, a hero lost at TI, but now found during the first tour of DPC. Ooh, wow. This build we get to see from the Spirit Breaker, actually. The double gauntlet, double circlet, most likely going to be completed into just double bracer, all-out regen. Yeah, so this is very much a black and yellow lineup, which won't have the issues of the second game, where they felt powerless to make moves. They now have an abundance of aggression, right? You have Spirit Breaker, Ember, Bane, heroes who are exceptional at setting up the engagement to allow relocate, as High Shaggy and Arbed do connect with a crisp high five in the mid lane.
They're Spirit Brothers, man.
Gotta do it.
You know? Should be a good match up here. It'll also be one of those matchups, too, where you consider the fact, you know, both of them very, very comfortable on their heroes. I would say that, generally speaking, right, the Ember should pull away a bit with this during laning. But, again, these are very high-skilled players, so...
It's one of those things where Ember is really strong because of Flame Guard always being up to push out the wave. Storm Spirit has magic damage to destroy that. Therefore, Ember won't have the lane pushing potential if Storm's aggressive. Both heroes can also farm the small camp really well, so maybe teams will look to block that. And also both heroes have kill potential if either oversteps their mark, right? If the Storm wastes his mana or can't destroy the Flame Guard, then suddenly Ember's playing pretty aggressive. Likewise, if there is no Flame Guard available, Storm has full mana, suddenly, you know, Ember could also be in a kill threat range. So very much a kind of a skill-based matchup where Arbed's already got a little bit of the advantage.
Look at the aggression coming out of Arbed. I love this. I love to see this. Zoning him. Get away from these creeps. You're not allowed to have these. These are mine.
Yeah, that is the makings. Crazy. A TI player, you might say. Because, yeah, he just blocks the wave well enough. Gets 4 CS now, as you see. And the lane is now getting heavily pushed under tower to Ember.
How do you feel about this gyrocopter pickup? We haven't seen a lot of this hero recently.
Honestly, I kind of feel like the hero's in an okay spot to be picked more. Mainly because you have that potential, you know, the farter flare, where you can put it in 5-roll and just go rocket and missile, and the barrage, sorry. But in carry, you have so much like push potential with the flak. Here, players have been just doing stats flak, 1-point rocket, no barrage, and just rinsing the jungle as quick as possible. But yeah, it's a weird hero. It's very like hot and cold depending on what pros are thinking right now. But with heroes like Terrorblade, Luna, and Shadow Fiend being popular, naturally, there aren't enough heroes all good enough to always be picked, right? But for sure, I think Gyro's up there if your draft needs it. This draft very much enjoys the idea of a gyrocopter just because it makes damage.
I think it also helps having the IO, right? Being able to have some sort of a helper, a booster, something to keep them alive, and also give them that extra little shove that Gyro kind of needs. Because again, it is very specific for when you want to pick it up.
Yeah, it's also like an adaptation to when EG does the same opening with Doom Snapfire. Having that gyrocopter, as we see, right? No Flame Guard means no life. Bye-bye, Ember.
Easy NA maths.
Well, actually, that's some UK maths, but that's a whole different department of education.
We're not going to touch that one?
Please,
We're in NA, thank you.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, NA math. Very calculated.
Nice nightmare here from Dunal. They'll trade it over, though. Arteezy will take a little damage to allow Jerax to stay alive.
Ooh, great
nice
bash.
Little bash there.
Ooh, great bash again.
Another bash. Oh my god! They kill Arteezy with some nice bashes coming from Zero. Do that, math.
Okay, so 70. And a cheeky bit of all chat. Arteezy learning about the question mark ever since that major last year, doubling up with 2 question marks and a face. That was some banging bashes. Can we? I want to watch it again.
You just want to see it again, because you can't believe it.
What?
Well, ask nicely, and maybe they will.
Please, production, at some point in the game, can we see it? Moxie told me to be nice. Thank you. Was that enough, Moxie?
That was all right.
I didn't want to grovel. There's people watching, Moxie.
Another nice nightmare here. We'll get traded off over to our
Bash him again! No,
you can't get that lucky, right?
Oh, wait, can we go back top quickly? I want to see that spray again. Look at the spray, how it works on the trees.
Yes.
It bends the hat.
It does. It does. One of my favorite things when 4Zoomers had the Suns fan spray was to see how hideously I could position it to make Suns fan look deformed.
Poor Suns fan.
No, Suns fan would have loved it. Are you kidding me? Think about who you're talking about here. Shannon, he would enjoy it. He'd think it'd be funny.
Just as
His
fun.
was like my favorite thing ever.
True, that wasn't.
I miss it. Please bring it
Maybe
back.
it'll come back. We'll never know.
Please bring it back.
Yeah, but the start of the game so far, I think realistically it's very, very even. Of course, Shadow Fiend is having a little bit of a rough time due to the fact that RNG was not on his side. But yeah, other than that, Shaggy again, kind of playing with death there. Not like walking into the lane with Flame Guard already active, because Abed casting that Vortex, it's not as if, Ember's going to instantly go up to Flame Guard. So yeah, he also
Rises.
He also hasn't pressed Flame Guard actually when he has been Vortex. So yeah, Storm could easily be getting kills there.
But there was 40 hit points left on Rises. If they had gotten a little bit closer.
Very, very close. I think at least though for this time, for the safe lane, it's a carry that can also push out the wave to some degree, quite quickly. So when Doom starts diving, they don't have the entire creep wave with them, right? It is going to be a little bit different.
All right, now taking a look at this mid lane. 25-3 on Abed, and we have 19-3 over on Shaggy.
Yeah, this is one of those things with mid lane where if you get the perfect block to start the lane, and then you can continue that level of aggression. Oh, here it is. So it starts with Arteezy sacrificing himself. 2.
2. 3.
I don't know why it hit me again. I'd already seen it.
You're looking very pleased.
Oh, that's a once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime set of ashes right there.
Yeah, do you ever think that happens again? Does lightning ever strike 3 times in a row like that
If
again?
that happens again in this game, Black and Yellow's taking the 3rd game for sure. Like, they've won the lottery. That's for sure.
Somebody prayed to RNGesus this morning.
Or Gaben. Just give him
Lord
more,
Gaben.
just more battle
Papa
pass money
Gaben.
and stuff, and then you get bashes. That's how it works.
0. Zeroing in over on Jarak. Get the charge off. 1 bash. Okay, no, not this time in a row. But they've got a lot of damage here if they want to go back in. No, looks like they'll respect Arteezy. They don't want to take the extra hits, but ooh. Abed. Just making his way over there, looking for the rune. The cookie hop forward. Oh, just a little bit off the mark here as Rises breaks the ankles. And now Jubei will do a little bit of body blocking here in order to keep the gyrocopter alive.
The important thing to note though, outside of all, the bash memes and whatnot.
Choo-choo.
Does he get bashed? Ooh.
Oh, I was about to say. Ooh,
Every time.
Every time, yeah, usually. All right. Crit dies in the bottom lane, and Jerax will continue to just walk away to get the little tip out from Rises.
But yeah, again, the important thing to note is Spiritbreaker is an off laner. If you don't have the correct support with you, you don't really bully the lane. You kind of exist and farm yourself. And even though he did get that kill onto the Shadow Fiend, the net worth isn't presenting that. The 2200 net worth Spiritbreaker to the 2700 of Shadow Fiend. Spiritbreaker kind of struggles to dominate the lane CS-wise. Your attack animation isn't that good, and you can't really bully. So that's why I think right now, the Doom naturally farming in the off lane, Abed out-skilling Shaggy in the mid lane, EG are going to slowly be breaking a little bit of a lead here, just because, again, the product of Black and Yellow's heroes and the fact that they haven't been able to find that advantage yet with Shaggy, or at least the Gyrocopter in the safe lane.
Well, had some excitement early on, but it has slowed down just a little bit.
Yeah, I got a little bit giddy. Like, I think everyone can say that there's something in Dota that makes them just so joyous, Like, the Venomancer player gets giddy from, like, the Poison Nova hitting 5 and them ticking down low. The Shadow Fiend player with their Requiems. The Storm players with their Zips.
With their zipping in, the Vortex, and everything that they need to get a kill. But it is going to go over to Nightfall. And with this rotation, yeah, you're seeing Arteezy now making his way down to this bottom area. He's going to start farming up while they start putting pressure over on the tower.
Again, it's that thing as well. I feel like EG, I don't think we've seen them defend their own tier 1 tower yet, but they're happy just to trade it. The idea that in Dota, when you lose a tier, like your safe lane tower, if you're able to take the enemy safe lane tower, you can take the map and kind of put a vertical 50-50 split, right? So you're never really losing map control if you just equally mirror the towers.
I'm gonna try to defend this, but tower goes down. There's the zip forward here coming up from Abed. He's got the board, ticks back the cookie hop over onto 2. They're gonna try to get some of these lights off, but they'll be able to take down Rises. Abed though ticking down. That Requiem though coming in from Artur. Not gonna be quite enough though. Shaggy does manage to get the slide off, gets the kill on Abed. Jubei trying to help out Shaggy, trying to keep him alive. They're not going to be able to. And look at Jerix. He's made his way over. They'll get the kill on Arteezy on the back line, so thanks to the Space Cow. And they're still hunting crit, cookie hopping away. They'll try to break a couple of these trees. Now, though, has his eyes on Nightfall. Not going to be able to finish off, but there's going to be the hold in place as he's going to try to walk out. There's a lot of heroes chasing after him, though, and Zero will be able to collect the kill.
Yeah, the main thing there is that they're able to, you know, Shaggy with the buyback, actually able to kill the Storm Spirit off and make that a little bit nice for them because, of course, you know, Spirit Breaker, he's a hero that needs some early kills, so Shaggy sacrificing his game a little bit just to elevate the Spirit Breaker just a smidge there. Yeah, and this is a pretty rough game right now. You're looking at minute 9. Not even got like an Orb of Corrosion in the inventory. You're sitting at, what is it, 2,700, 2,800 net worth. This is yeah, I honestly don't mind Ember being in this position if it unlocks Gyro and Barret to absolutely pop off, but still struggling a little bit.
Still struggling a little bit. The cookie hop here from Jerax. Position. Io will come in though. Able to keep him alive a little bit longer. The Snapfire Kisses though, ensuring they can get the kills. Shaggy now in a little awkward position. He's chasing after Jerax. Abed. Be a call down coming out from Rises. His Crit, they're totally separated. Crit should fall for this, but he's going to be able to take down Jubei first. And actually, are they going to be able to finish him off? They need a couple more hits. He's going to try to break some ankles over here. The cookie up forward up to the high ground. Nicely done by Crit as Jax does fall to Shaggy. Somehow, though, Crit still alive. Still going to try to see if he can get denied off here by the creeps. And they'll be able to do it because they just didn't have the vision.
I love how Gyrocopter, he saw the Black Dragon clicking something. He's like, I don't even care. Congrats, Crit, you juked me. I won't entertain this. Because I think that was a content piece at TI where pro players reacted to the jukes that players made against them, and then watching back, they're like, I'm just bad. So like all these iconic jukes, these pro players just ruined because it's like, yeah, I was really dumb. I didn't force stuff here. Like, that's not a juke. I'm just.
I don't think that's the way they thought that content piece was going to go, to be quite honest.
This ISS like, yeah, I just wasted my force stuff and didn't get into the Roche pit. Like, cool.
It sounds like more annoyed, just like, oh, thanks for showing me my failures, guys.
Good old pro players and content.
Bless the ones that actually like to make it.
True. 4K lead to EG. We got ourselves Storm Spirit sitting up top, looking very healthy. And this is kind of the thing, right? Like when you play up against these Spirit mains, you kind of wish you had multiple ways to deal with him. And that, again, it's a kind of a shortcoming of Black and Yellow.
Ooh, a good cancel on the TP.
Cool.
Is Crit gonna get no?
Nah.
He's gonna try to go for that solo kill, but the Nightmare in place. Zero's here, but so's Jerax.
Yeah, so like Black and Yellow, like if they want to kill someone, it is the grip. The Spirit Breaker surprising them with the charge or a slight chains. Outside of that, it's long drawn out fights where the Doom's been wasted, Storm's out of mana, then they can capitalize on it, right? So EG is a little bit more explosive where it's jumping the person, right-clicking them with Shadow Fiend, Mortimer's Kisses, compared to Black and Yellow where they can be a little bit more creative with how they can start a fight with like a Spirit Breaker bulldozing in, disengage slightly, and then go for that secondary fight. So we do have two different teams looking at two different styles of engagements. But yeah, Black and Yellow right now, a little bit locked into items being their best friend. When they hit like level timings, that's not them suddenly going across the river and taking the fight, right? But EG with their heroes, as soon as they got a couple levels, they're excited to find some kills.
Trying to make some plays over onto Shaggy, but he does, of course, have the haste rune. Double damage will get picked up by Abed. Zero will cancel off his charge and just start farming up a nice stack.
Yeah, and you see here with the Spirit Breaker as well, I mentioned the idea of the lack of control. He's not doing some gimmicky Echo Saber and all this stuff. It's bad. He's doing Shadow Blade. He needs to be able to actually surprise the enemy, right, with this charge. When you lack lockdown, you need to be able to get on top as quick as possible. And Shadow Blade is the premium item to do that. And I think people have mentioned it before, but it's the concept of vision, right? When you're playing against invisible heroes, you need to use sentries or dust. Economy is broken. So yeah, big fan of Spirit Breaker Shadow Blade. You're tanky enough to actually use the item compared to other heroes where if you get seen, you normally die with a Shadow Blade. Spirit Breaker doesn't really die if you actually get seen, unless you're properly jumped by multiple heroes. Yeah.
Definitely one of the more stable heroes in that terms, but talking about vision, you can see we do have some nice vision coming out from the side of EG, trying to keep tabs on various areas of the map, and a little bit less, though, coming out from the side of Black and Yellow. It has been a bit difficult for them, though, to get that footing and to be able to place this vision without getting jumped, because I feel every time they try to go across the river, if they're just not careful, they're running into, you know, something like the Storm, the Doom, the Legion.
Yeah, I think that's where Black and Yellow, they really are just respecting the fact that EG can kill them quite quickly, right? You know, Storm's about to complete the Orchid. That's now another reason why they should be a little bit scared because, you know, Spirit Breaker might not die, Gyro might not die, but Io and Bane, they're food for heroes like this. And I think the coolest item that we're yet to see is on the Legion Commander. Hopefully, he will be able to complete a Yules in this game, because of course, Yules eats through and does not respect status resistance at all. Therefore, against Spiritbreaker, you can fully remove him from the fight for the entire Yules, unlike other stuns and sables which actually get hit by status resistance. So if Jarax can complete the Yules on this Legion Commander, can be pretty helpful. Also another stun to stop the relocate.
All right, we have a smoke and a double damage over on Abed. And they know exactly where they're going to want to be playing, so they'll get the jump immediately over onto the Bane. Duna no longer going to be a part of this. Abed zip away, just dodge away from that missile. Get the slide off from Shaggy. The pressure's on the mid tower. Not a lot of mana left over on Shaggy though, so.
But this is the combo that I meant, right? Legion with the pressure attack, soon to be a solo crest on the Snapfire.
Abed going, wants to get this kill on Ryzen. They've got the Snapfire kisses. All right, that's going to be a dead gyrocopter, and this tower definitely belonging over to the side of Evil Geniuses.
They have so much damage right now. Like, if any of Black and Yellow just poke up, there isn't really that innate save which goes, okay, let's quickly get out of this. Sure, there's a relocate, but the time in which relocate winds up, they're just already dead. So yeah, Black and Yellow, I wish they kind of maybe played a little bit more of the map right now. Respect this kind of mid-game timing that EG is able to present. Storm with your kid, Shadow Fiend with just being Shadow Fiend. But you know, it's not all doom and gloom right now. Black and Yellow they're still in kind of soon-to-be fighting shape. They need that. Oh, that's actually what I just realized. Yeah, Gyro's actually going for the Ags as well. But yeah, like, once Gyro gets over the hurdle of farming items and gets that kind of +1 or 2, probably can stand his ground. Butterfly is going to be pretty good in this game because we haven't really seen any Shadow Fiends by MKB, for example. But still, it's Black and Yellow need probably 5 or 6 more minutes of farm before we really see them try and make a play, unless Spiritbreaker with this Shadow Blade is able to start finding some nice pickoffs paired with the Ember. But I think EG, they're going to start wanting the group up soon because they're going to be hitting some team timing soon. The BKB on Doom most likely in about 3 or 4 minutes time. But yeah.
Well, it's like you said, it's all about the levels for the most part. Granted, items are very, very important, but that's what's really unlocked this EG draft, the fact that they're able to just make these moves without being completely item dependent. That being said, though, we do have the Agnum Scepter completed now for the Gyrocopter, so it's going to give them a little bit more of an upper hand in these fights, but they do have to be very careful, and it's interesting to watch the way that they play. They group very tightly together over on the side of Black and Yellow because of the fact they do have such good pickoff potential on the side of EG.
Yeah, I just realized as well the Gyrocopter, he bought Dragon Lance to farm, and then he disassembled Dragon Lance to buy Ags, which I don't think I've actually seen. But it's still very much like every item Gyro's bought right now is mode farm. Like, if he takes the fight...
Zero?
Oh, God.
Oh, Zero.
It's
a little bit of a trap, though. Look at him now. He's already in position. They're just going to walk away here with Abed as more teleporting in. They do the relocate on top of it, but they just don't have the way to hold them in place. They don't have the lockdown.
Zero, like, he's very unconventional. He doesn't have a stick. If he had the stick there, he'd be able to maybe get the ultimate off. But yeah, very much charges in, but no mana. Very unfortunate. EG might be looking for the kill now.
Ooh, the zip. They're going right back in. They have the dust. Cookie hop forward. They're going to get a little dual damage on Jerax. He can have some as a treat.
Oh, okay.
And that was a very nice fake back.
Step 1 to becoming a position 4 Jerax. Just needed about another 6 more jewels, and Crit will step aside for you to take the position.
To now just hiding in the tree line like, oh God. Oh God, oh no. He's coming for me. Oh, there he is. Immediately pounces upon the Bane, has a silence, a little bit of negative damage, or rather negative armor, and it's a dead Dunao.
Yeah, that's one of those moments where it's like, I was like, lads, I'm so unkillable right now. We've just killed a hero. 9 times out of 10, someone will TP there. Let me just go check. What's the worst that can happen? I throw the game, please. And then yeah, he just goes finds a hero. The real question is, Gyrocopter, what is he going to be going for next? Because he's spent so much time buying farming items, and now he's rebought the Dragon Lance and then going for the Satanic in his quick buy, so not really going for some big damage. I'm just going for a frontline. I feel like right now, Black and Yellow, maybe they're identifying the fact they don't have anyone who can stand in front of the fight realistically, so Gyrocopter's awkwardly filling that role.
This feels too defensive.
Yeah.
This feels way too defensive coming out from the side of Black and Yellow because Gyro is supposed to be that one who hits hard. He's the flak, he's the big boy here. Zero runs past, like, how many of them? My goodness, the entire team just got hit by a drive-by.
But that's exactly it, right? I think right now, Doom's only ever going to be dooming Gyrocopter. So if Gyro can't survive through that Doom, then that's going to be inconvenient. And also, I think no one else is offering themselves up to be that target to get killed by. And I think the issue right now is once you get Satanic, you might be able to survive if you press it pre-Doom, etc. That's cool. But then you're still not living against the Shadow Fiend right clicks. You need like a butterfly for that. And then you need more. Like there's so many things needed due to how diverse the damage comes from EG, right? Like, again, it's a Doom factor, right? And then the Storm and the right click. Like, and any mixed damage 1-2 punch is so devastating.
Zero runs right through the pit. And they get a kill on Rise's Courier, though. They'll find now again. Couple clicks. Should be pretty easy work here for Orbit, although RTZ will take it. It's going to be the buyback now as Zero in position. Rises. They're a little bit sandwiched here. So they'll find themselves yet another victim. Oh,
it's a dieback.
Oh, no. No.
Orbit, leave him alone.
They need to see the any key pledge. There's no bullying.
I've got 45 seconds to check it out, but yeah, unfortunately, Bane. But again, that is a product of the vision right now. If you look at the minimap there, EG has 2 beautiful wards, which just saw Bane very clearly.
Going back in again. Zip forward from Orbit. Oh, he's taking too much damage, though. They'll find the kill. Zero finding an opening, and now they're going to try to get some dual damage over on Jarek. Not quite enough damage, though. As they use the BKB over on Nightfall, they need to close the gap over on Shaggy. He just keeps zipping around back and forth. They had used the Doom already over on Ryzen, but he has an IO. IO's going to be able to keep him alive. As everybody else leaves, this is a disaster for EG. Oh, Zero, though. Maybe they get themselves a consolation prize. Yeah, they'll get the kill on Spirit Breaker. Do they get back in time, though? Can they get any sort of cheeky play, anything?
Oh, black and yellow, it's all theirs.
So it's a snatch.
Oh.
It's a snatch.
Oh, no. Oh.
Well done.
All right. That's actually so annoying. Oh, no. That is exactly what black and yellow needed. Like, Aegis is cool, but money's better. I think that's kind of like, that's life. But
that sounds like a slogan for a shirt.
Oh, okay. I've coined that. I'll start that tomorrow. But yeah, Legion, when there's 3 heroes in the pit, additional damage, plus a little Roshan. Gets the last. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's like such a small thing, but it really does.
Play.
It just hinders black and yellow quite a lot. And I think EG right now, they are going to be respecting the fact that, like, in that fight, they did doom the Gyro, but because, of course, the Eye is next to him, he can just disengage a little bit. You kite out the BKBs. And if EG doesn't play a clean game where it's like a duel with kisses or a storm jump like this with additional damage, it is difficult for them.
It's just so much lockdown.
Is he out?
Shaggy looks like he's going to survive, but just barely.
Okay, but, like, this is it, though. Like, EG.
They have vision over there, though, too. They could jump back in.
I don't think Arbed wants to do that twice. He's having flashbacks to game 1, Moxie. He's
okay, all right, fair.
The Bat Rider on the tier 2s, he's like, nah, I've done enough.
Yeah.
But like, we just saw right there, right? Like, if EG wants to kill a hero, they need to use everything perfectly together because they have so much damage, but on one hero. And now black and yellow have an Aegis. It's like their ability to play one area of the map's now gone because jumping this Gyrocopter is going to be, game losing. They have to now somehow find the Ember or find the Barrow. So, yeah, an exciting portion of the game.
They're smoked up again on the side of EG.
They
need to get their hands on Jubi. They need to get rid of this IO who's been keeping Rises alive. It's just hard with some of this positioning as Shaggy joins into the fight. Full 5-man smoke over on the side of black and yellow. They're on the hunt. Rises will show himself over in the middle lane, flack out the wave a little bit.
Satanic's on its way.
It's a good item.
Oh, look, there we go. Thank you. He's suddenly become a big boy. You blinked and he's now just big.
They have to lock him down in order to make sure that he cannot survive. But again, it does come down to, this IO too, who's just making sure that they're staying healthy.
Oh, got a replay.
Got a replay. All right. Oh, here it is, the moment. Ready? And there it is. Dire gets the kill. Ryza snatches the Aegis.
Oh.
There's a smile.
See, not a lot of players react to their own plays, but Jarrett, he has that
deep love for
love for the game.
Not to say that the ones that don't react don't love Dota, but you can see the joy on his face. Ooh, a nice courier snipe, though.
Oh, you just reminded me. I really wish Arteezy had his player cam not on his hairline, but on his face. Because when he got triple bash, see here, look at that camera.
Oh, that would have been a good...
See, imagine the reaction to the triple bash. Do you think his hair just peaked a little bit? Like, ooh.
I feel like that's when you like, sigh, and then you, like, take your hand and, like, push back your hair.
Like, we should have requested that for the triple bash. Hair cam.
Well, I think you're just going to see his hair. Like, I don't know.
Oh, it was Ramses that was sponsored by Head and Shoulders.
Yes.
I don't think any other player from NA, I say NA, my apologies. But he used to play in NA.
He used to play for NA.
But any EG player there, that's better put. I don't think any of them have Head and Shoulders sponsor. No. Oh, there we go. Maybe Arteezy's pushing.
No, maybe. Maybe he's highlighting that beautiful, beautiful locks there. You know, it did get quite long during the COVID season. A lot of them did, though. A lot of them had top knots and whatnot.
EG there in a knot right now. How did they get out of this Aegis? Split push.
They're just waiting. I think they're just being really patient right now. They don't see the opportunity, so they're just going to do a little bit of mirroring and push into this other side. Fiendscript coming out from Dunal. It's going to be the jumping in from Shaggy, so that is a very nice reload, a nice grab by Dunal.
Oh, they got the charge on the Shadow Fiend as well? Oh, okay, he does cancel. I was like, that's an ambitious one.
That is. That is.
This is such a... It's like a weird game, because it's been a long time since I've seen a lineup be so dependent on like one hero. Like normally with the days of spirits and stuff, they're always having a game and finding farm. Like this is literally Gyrocopter, Doom, Shadow Fiend Storm, the lads. You know, like it literally is like if Gyro dies, this is just black and yellow will crumble. And it's all like, you might be saying right now, okay, cool, it's all about the Gyrocopter, but like you mentioned already, it is Jubei on this IO. If he gets jumped by the Storm Spirit, the value of Gyro will just, you know, decrease by half. So yeah, the pairing, the IO and Gyro right now, their positioning is so fundamental. And when this Aegis expires, I still want to see black and yellow play with this confidence, play with this ability to take the fight to EG, because they can quite comfortably, I think, win a fight if they survive through the Orchid initiation, or at least whoever gets doomed. And they have the mechanisms now because they have a little bit more, you know, fuel in the tank. This game honestly had the makings of EG walking away with it, but yeah, a couple misplays in black and yellow being able to capitalize. Like, it takes gusto to be able to identify the mistake and really ride it home. So
smoke play up from black and yellow.
And no Aegis, don't forget.
They're going to be feeling pretty confident to be making this kind of a move. Although with the double damage rune outside the pit, they can feel very...
Shaggy, don't take this.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it, Shaggy.
You are half the net worth of your... Thank you. Whew. He was poised, you know.
Oh, but Zero having to zip away. They don't have any way to really hold him down. So he's going to escape quite easily.
But this is also a bottled DD, to be clear. And EG has no vision of this. So they do not understand or know about this.
Ryze is waiting patiently. They do have the vision, though, up over on the ward. So they see Ryze's. They have to guess that the rest of the team must be there. Dunal shows himself. He's going to try to bait just a little bit. The jump forward here from Nightfall. Pops that BKB immediately. Gets some of those Snapfire kisses out. They're going to try to take down Dunal. They already took down Jerax. They took down Nightfall. This Gyrocopter is just still getting a triple kill. He's going even more. Zero going to take that kill on Arteezy, and this is the problem we just talked about, T. You have to take down this IO. He's keeping him alive for too long.
Poof, yeah, like, the start of that fight, I think the positioning from Black and Yellow was beautiful. They saw that ward be placed, but they hugged the left-hand side of the tree line, which meant that they weren't able to be seen, and only Bane offered himself up. He's like, guys, look at me, it's me, Dunher again, please jump me, third time in a row. Bam, they jump him. Get to see a replay. Look, he's offering himself up. Ryze then, pops out and says hello. And at that point, he already gets 3 or 4 flat cannons with the DD before it's then taken away with the Doom. And at this point, Gyrocopter, he's brushing off this dude. He doesn't care. Able to walk him down. Beautiful ult from Zero. Spirit Breaker, one of the best heroes in the game right now, by the way. Able to stop the Requiem. At that point, Shaggy, this is Shaggy, by the way, the Ember Spirit, giggling at the thought that they might be able to take game 3, because that was a clean fight.
I don't think anyone could have predicted that Black and Yellow would be hanging in there this hard after game number 2, and the fact that EG is just, widely believed to be the best team in North America.
I'm getting a bit of second win. I've been awake for like 13 hours, Moxie, a little bit tired, but now this game has brought me back to life. Oh, what's happened to Arteezy in the tree? Oh gosh. Just to be clear, that was a spray I was talking about. His camera has reduced though. We are seeing less hair.
It always makes me wonder if players sometimes smack their desks.
No, yeah, for sure.
And that's why their webcam starts to tilt, tilt,
no,
tilt,
100%,
tilt.
yeah. I don't think people
sometimes like the player that tilt. But
well, hopefully EG isn't tilting here. They are still in the position of being able to win this game. It is, I know we've mentioned it a couple of times already. It's like Jubei, stop the IO, kill off the Gyro. But again, it's very difficult, right? Because that's a long respawn on Roshan. like us saying, oh, just kill the IO. If you're killing the IO, suddenly you're using the resources that you need to lock down the gyrocopter, right? So it is a double-edged sword. You kill off IO, gyro will be able to pop off cleanly. You jump the gyro, IO will save the gyro. So yeah, there's a lot of combinations here, and realistically, I think it's on Abed. He needs to initiate the fight to then allow everyone else to get in. And also Artesian, the Shadow Fiend, the last couple of fights, he's not really been able to stand an A-click.
I mean, he's standing and A-clicking right now against Rises, but again, Jube, he's just keeping him alive. He's got that mechanics. Look at this damage. Arteezy sitting so low. He's going to try to go for the Requiem of Souls. It doesn't matter. He gets taken down as Shaggy, finding this opening on the back lines, gets the kill on Abed. They've got their eyes on Nightfall, and they're going to be able to just... I don't know, T. What would you call that?
Oh, there's a whole chat. Oh, no. Oh, he just said crit. Does he mean the crit in his inventory or the crit on the enemy team? I do not know.
Well, if they keep playing the way they're playing, the desk is going to be able to ask that question to him.
Again, we're going to really be treated with another replay because now there's, I mean, 4 buybacks on the side of EG. Mid lane already taken. Black and yellow can just walk there through top and... thanks. Kick Arkosh. Oh, Shaggy. He did, don't forget, he did get replaced on Arkosh.
Yes, I believe the spirit left his body and went somewhere else, I believe, is the lore behind that.
Oh, he's licking his lips.
He's looking a little possessed right there, though, honestly.
Shaggy can taste the victory.
God, please don't ever make that noise.
I'm doing that because I can see Black and Yellow moving to the third lane. Rax fortification comes in. Oof. I mean, yeah, wow. Again, these fights are based off of the fact that, again, Jube is not getting locked down. Bane is covering Io, Io is covering Gyro.
All right. The zip in onto the back lines. They're like, God, you gotta get rid of this Io, but they just not able to fight. They still don't manage to take that. I'll bet he'll fall. Nightfall now, separated from everybody else. He's going to fall as well. The Jace is on. They call GG, Black and Yellow. Just defeated evil geniuses in a game number 3. Look how excited these boys are.
They can't believe